I wasn't all right. I wasn't expecting it, but if you're sure, fine.
Tastes like chicken. No chicken. Tastes like fish. Gentlemen, contain yourselves. This quarrel sours our feast. Besides, tastes like pork. And what surprise is this? Brothers, look here. I have eyed yet another prize. Fortune favors our bellies. Stranger, be you friend or food. The mark is her measure. Show is the brand of the absolute. I see it. How regrettable that your meat must go unsavored. Food? Food. Not food. Friend. Alas, not so much as a nibble. Food? No, not food. No tastes good. Like bear.
Look, don't talk.
Dwarf better. Dwarf sweet like honey. Must you? This inane chatter pains me.
Picks a fight. The consequences are hardly surprising.
dead ogre, it turns out. Time to get going.
I'm fine.
Loosen up, Icarus.
No, an Albert.
Talkers are easier to please than you lot.
You know, I never pictured myself as a hero. Never thought I'd be the one they'd toast for saving so many lives. And now that I'm here, I hate it. This is awful. We killed some goblins to save some tieflings. The tally of lives didn't change much. But what do I get for all my hard work? A pat on the head and vinegar for wine. Pfft. I'm just looking for a little more excitement, a little more fun. I'm flattered, but I think not. It's not you, you understand. It's me. I have standards.
Come on, Alfie, make it spicy. Right. For me, but off you go. None of that poetic stuff. Something like goblins swarmed, but
would you look at this place? All these people happy because of us. It's nice to be somewhere where good is still possible. And with good potations, too. Ah, come on. Let's not spoil an effective thing. You point, I rage, we win. Doesn't need to be more complicated than that. Have fun.
Your mug's as sour as this ale. We're supposed to be celebrating. Don't go bother someone else.
Everyone seems to be in high spirits. Strange. You know who I never thought I'd find myself caring for? I think you'll find I've been showing ample concern for myself since the moment we met. I mean, desperate people. Like those refugees. Never gave them much thought. Certainly not that bunch in the grove. Yet we came through for them. We saved their lives. Odd. It's not talking enough for my liking. Share a bottle with me? We should wait a little while. Until the others have drifted off. Best not keep me waiting. I'd prefer not to entertain myself.
Patience? Have you no respect for showmanship?
Having performance issues, Roland?
Hush you, and behold! Adoring applause? You're too kind.
Remember when he could barely cast that?
They grow up so fast.
Never have I met such troglodytes. Now, pass the wine.
Go on now. Don't waste a night like this talking to me. We'll discuss your problem tomorrow. In truth, I rarely imbibe. The stuff goes right to my head. Before you know it, I'd be breaking into song or declaring love to the first person I laid eyes on. Then you have never heard me singing, which makes you very fortunate. I'm sure there are. You strike me as extremely resourceful. But there are many grateful people here who want to spend time with you. I must not keep you all to myself, as enjoyable as that may be. Go on, enjoy yourself. Seek out some wine before it runs dry. There are a lot of thirsty people around here.
This might be the wine talking, but I'm feeling inspired. Thinking of writing my next song about you. But I need an angle. Any ideas? Absolutely. With a foot in two worlds, you're the force joining both. You're going to love it.
You have no idea how good it feels to see these people smiling. The singing we could probably do without, but even so, thank you.
If any of your stuff goes missing, just let me know. You're family now.
Are you going to do in the city?
And you magicked up a kiss.
It's always work.
How was I supposed to know it was made of...
Thank you. There's that confidence I like. I thank you for seeking me out. Amid all this merriment, I wasn't sure we'd have a chance to speak this evening. I was hoping you'd spare me a moment. There was something rather magical I wished to show you. More's the pity you've already found someone else to make merry with. Just the two of you. There's something unspeakable about Shadowheart. But I mean that in a good way. She seems to me like a bud on the cusp of bursting into a rose. That, or deadly nightshade. Far be it from me, of course, to question your tastes. Jealousy is in the eye of the beholder, or something along those lines. The wine might be befuddling me a smidge. As they say in Waterdeep, in wine there is truth. That's usually followed by, in water there is good sense. Good sense will have to wait till the morrow.
Ah, hells. I was hoping you wouldn't notice I was gone. Really? I'm honored. In truth, I don't feel in a festive mood, and I didn't want to cast a grey cloud over the night. I'm a devil. I love the people from the Grove, but I unsettle them deep down, as I seem to unsettle everyone nowadays. You don't want a devil at your party. Claws will pop the balloons, you see. And the sweet cakes don't taste half as good as raw eggs with this blasted forked tongue. There are spikes in places there really shouldn't be. But off with you. This is your day. Have a dance. Enjoy the music. Some time alone beneath the stars, and I'll be back to my old self. Promise. Still, it's a night to remember. You've made sure of that.
Make it spicy. Right. Hearts a quiver.
None of that poetic stuff. Something like...
You made it. Come here. Sit with me. So eager. I'm surprised it took you this long. Well, to begin, I think a toast is in order. Any suggestions? Bold. What does us entail? I suppose I'll find out. To us. Now tell me something about yourself. And no tadpoles, dragons, marauding goblins, or anything like that. Something about you. I can sympathize. Truly. Don't stop now. Not just as things are getting interesting. Don't laugh, but I'm not quite sure I have anything to share. Where I come from, that's frowned upon. Good. A little mystery will keep you on your toes. There's still plenty of wine, and the whole night is ahead of us. Nearly light. The others will be awake soon. Another moment won't kill them, I suppose. Well, it might, but let's take that risk. Thank you for last night. It was just what I needed.
She trails off. You read an invitation in her eyes.
That didn't hurt, did it? I should think so. Let's head back, if we must.
I trust you enjoyed your evening. After all your efforts, it was well deserved. It may be some time before you're afforded another such night, There is much to be done, and I promised I would help you however I could. I'm certain a cure for you can be found at Moonrise Towers, but it's complicated. The journey specifically, it's extremely perilous, though it seems you're well accustomed to navigating danger. Wait. There's more you need to know. To get to the towers, you'll need to pass through a terrible place. A cursed place. This curse shrouds everything in shadow. You will not find life, light, or anything natural there. Any who linger are twisted by the curse. They become shadow beings, tormented, dangerous souls. Nature speaks to me. Birds report what they've seen. And I've overheard goblins speaking of it too. Moonrise is at the heart of all this. I'm sure of it. You're half right. You have to get to Moonrise, but you still have a choice of how to get there. You could go overland, along the Risen Road or through the mountains. Easier at first, but you'll run into the Shadow Curse eventually. You could also go under. There is a tunnel somewhere in the ruined Temple of Selûne. It leads to Moonrise Towers through the Underdark. Long ago, a man called Ketheric Thorm built a secret stronghold deep down there, before rallying a whole army of Dark Justiciars, Shah worshippers.
Sounds rather ingenious.
Aradin and his lot were looking for a way down there. They were promised riches if they retrieved a relic called the Night Song. But I think there's more. From this stronghold, Ketheric's forces could access both the Temple of Selûne and Moonrise Towers. But he was defeated before he could launch an attack. If you can find this place, I'll wager it will reveal a more direct path to Moonrise Towers. And maybe even bypass the worst of the Shadow Curse. Already? If only I'd gone with you instead of Aradin. I would like to join your camp, if you'll allow me. I can offer my skills, my counsel. I've long sought to return to Moonrise Towers. It seems our fates have aligned. I've chosen a successor as first druid, Francesca of the High Forest. A bird's already been dispatched to summon her. I need her to stay focused on her training. The Grove will need a skilled healer in my absence. The Grove needs to move beyond the mistakes of the past. What it needs is an unknown quantity. An outsider who can enforce the Oakfather's teachings without bias. This is why I chose Francesca. She will restore simplicity and purity to the Grove in my absence. Indeed. We've quite the journey ahead of us. Oakfather's blessings to you. There are few things that are too strong for me. And cast those regrets aside. You did not get caught up in the moment. You seized it. In other circumstances, I would have done the same. A bad impression. Impossible. With such stimulating company? Never better. I studied one up close. Closer than most would care to be to those things. A drow attacked me and I defended myself. Afterwards, I was able to examine the tadpole that emerged. Hideous, but fascinating. Like nothing else in nature, I'm glad to say. Precious little. But I'm quite certain it can still be found. It's had the whole region around Moonrise Towers in a chokehold of darkness and despair for years now. Those who remained are shadow-cursed. If you don't die at their hands, then you become one of them. We have to get to Moonrise, but the less time we spend in its blighted surrounds, the better. Those illithid creatures threaten the natural order. It's my duty to do what I can to stop them. There's also the Shadow Curse. It's an affront and must be cleansed. I helped overthrow Ketheric Thorm and his Dark Justiciars years ago, but I failed to prevent him from unleashing darkness across the region before he was defeated. If I can join you and get close to Moonrise, perhaps I can lift this curse, just as you find a cure for your infection. Precisely. Then perhaps I could have done something about both the Shadow Curse and Ceremorphosis aberrations. But in my eagerness, I put far too much faith in the abilities of Aradin and his band. We didn't even get close. Perhaps. But we'll need to get closer before I can put my theory into practice. Put it from your mind for now. Once we near the curse, then there will be more to be said. Well, there's hardly anyone left to share the responsibility with. Few who witnessed the fall of Moonrise still draw breath. What Ketheric Thorm unleashed is not something that nature can undo by itself. I must do what I can. I studied the Shadow Curse for years, but to truly understand it and stop it, I must reach its source. You wish to speak?
You blink and the wilderness changes. A swamp, stinking and insidious, assaults your senses.
sweetness. What do you say? Want me to take care of the little bugger? Here for whatever you need, Petal.
Time to get going.
You are as thick as they come, sweetness. This is my personal playhouse, and you don't have an invite. Get out! Gods alive, a paladin. You lot are drier than shite in the noonday sun. I've picked plenty of your brethren from my teeth, Petal, and I look forward to seeing how tasty you are. Ah!
Away! What is this place? Don't look.
You feel crushing waves of fear as the presence within the door recoils. It can't let people through, not again. A scene appears in your mind. 2 paladins and a cleric marching through the door, shrouded in the glow of the divine. Weapons brandished, they charge into the hag's lair. Screams of terror pierce the air.
You let them in? Naughty. That's a decade for each. You're mine for 30 more years, Petal.
Stop! Please! Please! Away! Away!
Hello, Petal. My, the mask suits you. Just relax. See the world with fresh eyes. And let your dear old Aunt Ethel look after you.
There, in the cage.
Wait! Wait just a tick! Killing me is a waste of time. I'll find a way to return. Always have, always will. But it's unpleasant. So how about we be civilized about this, I have something you want. But she's worthless to you. Let me leave with the girl, and I'll give you power. You want to be stronger, tougher, smarter? Done. Anything is possible. Just let me keep the girl and her babe. It's your choice, sweetness. You greedy little bollocks. Fine. Here. I'll not soon forget this sweetness. You have my word.
But the deal... What about my husband? What happens to him?
Deal's off, you dumb cow. And you've him to thank for it. Not that it matters. I'll find another just as plump and ripe. I can set up shop elsewhere. People always need lotions and potions. Oh, don't act like you won't miss me. Bye-bye, Petal.
Feels like I've lost something.
A spasm grips your chest. Your strength falters. An emptiness grows within you, Paladin. Something has been lost.
You have broken your oath, Paladin. At the close of day, I will be waiting for you. We have much to discuss.
That took the edge off.
Was cured.
You bastard! You ruined it! You ruined everything! But making everything worse? Ethel was going to bring my husband back. Back from the dead. And now I'll never see him again. Because of you! She would have. I had everything figured out. Just a bit longer and my child would have been born. And all this would have been over. This was the best chance I had. For me and my baby. Auntie Ethel promised to give this child a good life. Teach them magic even. More than I could have done. She said I'd make a bad mother. I think she was right. Now I'll have to drag Connor's coffin all the way home. It's the only way this child will ever meet their father. I hope you're happy. Gods! Didn't hear you coming. I know I should head home, but I can't bring myself to leave. The thought of putting him in a wheelbarrow and making the journey all over again. What? You can?
You feel a surge of power from the wand. The air suddenly tastes acrid. It wants to be used.
Bring him back! Bring Connor back! Please! What? What's happening? Why is he still dead?
You feel something pull at you. The creature yearns for a master.
What have you done to him? But this isn't what she promised! I wanted him back the way he was, not this! You bastard! Give him back! I thought you were going to help! I thought...
Perhaps using Ethel's wand wasn't the best idea.
Here lies Connor, beloved husband, and a tasty little morsel to boot.
You seemed quite forward with your compliments, sir.
Time to get going.
to speak slowly. I'm finding it. I question the wisdom of that. I'll be here.
You know, I've been catching myself smiling more lately. I think that's your fault.
The book is locked tight with no visible keyhole, only an oval recess in the cover's mouth. You try to examine the book, but the longer you stare, the more those piercing amethyst eyes draw you in. You can sense something dark about this tome, something profane.
Curious. Why don't you take a closer look? I'll observe from back here.
That looks terribly heavy. Why don't you let me carry it for you?
Pull is irresistible. You feel changed, bettered for having opened it. Suddenly you are capable of anything. Felling mountains, darkening suns, conversing with the dead. Glyphs shift gently before your eyes. Words slip into your mind, onto your lips, forming words you don't understand. And something is trying to reply. Symbols dart beneath your eyes, warping and twisting. Your head throbs, but you almost understand. Around you is gone. You can only see those glyphs, only hear those voices. You feel claws moving in the shadows. They pull at you, dragging you closer. The glyphs scream, branding your mind with strange runes. You see time rewritten, fate undone, your future thrumming with power. The book snaps closed. You've seen too much. What profane knowledge is now seared inside of you you should never have known.
I have been waiting for you. I felt the moment of your liberation. The shedding of your bond. You called to me. I am here to show you the way. I offer no riddles, nor do I offer clarity. Where you must walk, there are no signposts. There are no maps. It is a path I have walked since the moment I fell. Now, you will walk it too, Oathbreaker. You swore to deliver vengeance, to hunt down those who had wronged, and ensure they felt the sting of justice. Tell me, why did you abandon your oath? A lapse in judgment. To know the reason for your fall is, perhaps, to know the shape of things to come. Take comfort in your undoing. I, like you, abandoned my cause. But much can still be achieved. Your oath is broken. The light within you fades. A new power is awakening. You may refuse, but this alone will not restore what was lost. Without light to guide you, or darkness to consume, you will remain adrift, powerless. The powers you wielded were not yours alone. They were a gift, offered on the condition that your oath was upheld. In the darkness, new power beckons. In the light, the promise of restoration. But in between, there is nothing. Do not resist. Surrender and be remade. Though born of a vile source, these powers can be used for good or ill. Your oath no longer binds you. The choice is yours alone.
A dragon. Gods preserve me.
It would be too much to hope that's nothing to do with us, wouldn't it?
Drop your weapons!
I'll feed your innards to the ants before I do that, Istik.
This is your last chance!
No, look up. That was your last chance, Istik. Now burn!
Stop wasting time, Beretta. You're not here to play with the locals.
Of course, Kithrak. We merely sought to...
No excuses. Question, kill, then move on. Find the weapon. Our queen watches us. Fail her at your peril.
Those Gith look like a fight and a half. Best keep away from them for now. Longer.
Greets you with a harrowing elegy, cheerless as the new moon. The music shifts, still melancholic, but now streaked with hope.
Do you hear? A new harmony. Serenity. I name you Peace Bringer.
Fragrant spores waft through the air. Your heart swells with bliss with your every breath.
Freely you have given to us. Freely you may take. The Guardian Gate is open. Go and claim your reward. But before this, I have another boon to ask of you. You have cut out the Dwergar blight, but not its source.
In your mind's eye, Spore shows you a drow, striding among Myconid dead.
Near. This one is called. He hunted us. Hunt him in turn. Bring me his head, and I will know my circle is safe. I ask a boon, and will give one in return. The drow lurks in the ruins beyond the lake. Bring him death, and return.
We'll be clearing out soon enough. Empty-handed, of course. Might as well go myself.
The cover proudly announces this book to be Flumph Mating Rituals. It is exactly what it appears to be, a rather stained and unsavory look at the mating rituals of the common Flumph. Underdark fauna is a topic much written on, but this title has never appeared in any collection you've seen. The scrutiny proves too much. The lurid text melts away before your eyes. An illusion. What remains are simple instructions written in a spare hand. The secret to forging adamantine.
This forge again. That drow wizard's notes mentioned some kind of guardian.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Zagrim, Conjurer, Seeker, Glory. We search for the adamantine forge. The secret to mastering the adamantine forge. Book disguised by magic. Lost workshop of Siluviali. Finest weapons in all creation. Dawn knows, but cannot tell.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Githyanki patrolling these wilds is an unexpected surprise. Whatever they seek, they'll not hesitate to kill us if we stand in their way.
With pleasure. Lead on.
Unusual runes are etched on the slate, forming an array of arcs and circles. The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Yule, son of Gara. Fellow scout, Druid's Grove. Yes, Zoru fled. Left me to fight.
The corpse remains silent. It does not know.
Seeking path. Baldurs Gate.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Speak slowly. I'm finding it quite difficult to concentrate. I question the wisdom of that decision, but so I'll be in the
That took the edge off.
Fate spins along as it should.
Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead? Then thou must return with the proper payment. This is the price of balance. Well counted. I recommend keeping my distance for a moment. By doom and dusk, I strike thy name from the archives. Rise.
Seems the Githyanki are keen to reclaim the artifact I carry. I can't afford that to happen. In fact, none of us can. That thing is shielding us somehow. I don't want to know what happens if we lose it. Agreed. There's not much we can do but press forward.
If you're sure.
Fine.
You feel an unfamiliar weight amongst your belongings. A curious multi-sided artifact. Ancient-looking glyphs cover its dark metal exterior. You recall seeing Shadowheart with it before, but how do you now have it? The strange object reveals nothing to you. A vessel wobbles on the lake's murky waters.
You! What are you doing on Gek's raft? Where's Gek? Who are you? All right. No reason to get your tongue in a twist. Well, come on. Let's get you to shore. You'll need to report to the sergeant. You lot, keep patrolling. I'm heading back with this one.
You continue forward in silence until the lights of a camp twinkle through the murk.
Sideways. We've got a welcoming party.
You shithead! Time you showed up, we got trouble.
Spit it out! Sergeant finally choked on True Soul Near's prick.
Rugno! The twat soul caused a rockfall. Trapped tighter than a ring on a fat finger.
You're shitting me. You pay up?
That's the trouble. He's got the gold on him. Sergeant's arm is falling off with all the gnome slaves she's been beating. Who's the hoon, Greyman? Another slave for the dig? That's so.
You feel the slightest of stirrings in your head. The Dwergar is not infected, yet your minds resonate.
I'll be. You ain't shitting. Felt the tingle. Your twat-soul chum owes us a load of coin. You want through? Make a donation. I'll be shagged to Shanatar. Shit's looking up. But I'm warning you, that twat-soul ain't settled up soon. There'll be hell to pay for the lot of you cult buggers.
Dead drow, publicly displayed. The Duergar are sending a message.
Hey, stick shit!
It's Stick Pit.
Another stick shit!
Piss pot.
You flirt. Now jump to it. Or it's up to the lift and straight to the shadows. True soul, yeah? Tell the sergeant we won't move a pebble. Hey! Stick shit! Where's my drink?
Coming right up, piss pot.
Stick shit talks like smug, and he wrecked that shroom village.
And then shagged it.
Here's to smug, nasty prick.
Piss off.
Far as I know, still wrapped around Near's pecker too.
Unless you're here to kick some stiffs lakeside, I suggest you bugger off. Nah, rockfall smashed them. Can't have them stinking up the place. The half that weren't crushed are digging the true soul out of the wreckage. You gotta be kidding. These trash don't have nothing on them but rocks.
Rocks.
You spot a shiny trinket on one of the corpses.
Thank the Absolute. They're all yours.
Absolute.
Deep gnomes, killed under the yoke of slavers.
wild party. Or something more sinister.
That's curious.
Let feast the eyes of the faithful. Know your goddess. Know her command.
I swear to Iron Hand. One more step, and a blow us to chunks!
An ashen scent fills the air. The barrel is filled with smoke powder.
What's to say? You're Near's bootlicker. Saw you sailing. A goddamn true soul. Better to die in this shit heap than rot in Moonrise. You want me? Come get me. Not a true soul. And I'm supposed to believe that. Shit. I can't do it. Go on. Drag me to Moonrise. I'll make you cult nutters suffer. Well, aren't you sweet? I'm not stupid, you know. No such thing in Grimforge as kind hearts. Spit out what you want, and let's be done with it. Then prove it, and leave. I go where there's shit to stir, and there's no shortage of options. I'm getting gone. You ought to do the same.
fort like this doing in the Underdark?
How peculiar. Smooth face, cobbled edges. They're a sign. They must be. A sun dweller in these parts. Look here, my topside friend. I need fresh eyes, and I doubt I'll find fresher. The rock, the rubble, all of it, if I may be so bold. Take a look. Tell me what you see, and be thorough.
The statue's meandering curves and golden edges stand out against the weathered masonry behind it. Two styles, two eras. The statue was carved from newer stone and erected by latecomers to this ancient fortress.
Anything standing out? And you have been thorough? The statue is newer than the fortress, you say? So obvious in hindsight. Alas, you've left me with more questions than answers. My survey continues. Well, let's see what you've got. That's all then.
Look at the skeletons, you realize they are all clad in the same dark armor. You see nothing special, just torn and faded velvet tunics.
Seen her run with a barrel under her arm. Just a small one, but enough to blow the drow out. Someone should grab it. Slaves are never gonna manage with pickaxes.
Can't go chasing maybes. The sergeant's our ticket in.
Oh, would you look at that, Kerr? Someone's having a listen.
A shiver runs through you. Your mind is awash with ancient resentments.
True soul, no less. What do you think, Kerr? Should we take Nir's debt off him? I ain't parleying with more twat souls. And you've got the stench. If I didn't know better, I'd say a mind flayer shat a worm in your brain. Should split your head open and poke around in there if you lot don't pay up. You don't need to ask twice. Your blade ready, Kerr.
Drop it, Britvar. You chop this one, and Neo won't pay a damn copper.
Fine. Spill what you want, true soul, before I choke on your stench.
shiver returns. This time it's colder, sharper.
The stench don't lie. You're one of them. Could be you're right. Something's different with you. In that case, want to earn some gold? Thrin's after the Absolute's glory. That's why she's got those slaves digging for Nia. But we ain't need glory, just coin. And Nia's got plenty. Help Thrin free Nia. Then you and my chums grind him up. Whatever the spoils, we'll drop you a fat cut. You in? Half? You drugnin. Fine. Half it is, but first, we need to take care of something. You've seen that weird orbi floating about? Knife it. And don't get caught. The cult watches through it, and we can't risk more twat souls showing up. You still standing about? Get on it. Good. Drop it near the rubble when it's time. Flaming arrow or some such will set it off. Now move. You're hogging my air.
Shit! You did it! What now? Shit! Up there! Forget it. I hear the land's cursed clear to moonrise. I know a place. Across the lake. Should be safe. You're a good one. I won't forget it.
That watchword. Lux Splendor. What does it mean?
feel that one later.
Curious mask. What's it doing here?
I've never seen anything like it.
Another mask. Heavier than it looks. Wouldn't be very comfortable.
Time to get going.
Heat up some rocks! Let's see how the little pricks do when we strap fire to their legs. Move, Hoon! I don't have time for Drugnan outsiders. Never thought I'd see these back. Nasty sneak gave even Gick the slip. Crafty little shits, these ones. You need a stiff cane to keep them in line. Here then. His bounty's yours. Now move! I've got no time for...
The parasite stirs, but it's a mere tickle. You hear no thoughts or memories, just an echo of scars that never healed.
A true soul, eh? Useless wreck of a lookout could have told me. Glad you're here to take responsibility. Tunnels collapsed. Trapped true soul near. He's stuck in there with poisoned geezers. We don't get him out soon, it's both our heads. Thought you would. True souls don't abandon their own.
Peel your balls like potatoes if you don't move! Keep crying for your sister, and I'll personally rip off her head when you dig her out!
It'll blow.
What are you waiting for?
Can you hear me? Baldur!
Baldur, are you all right?
Lunkbuck. Better now that I'm with you.
God, when...
Finally! Worthless slaves! Your incompetence has been my ruin!
Does not fail.
You care for the weak, true soul. Most curious. You dare speak to me without due reverence. That was your first and last mistake. Thrym, carve out his heart and serve it to the Rothe. If he indeed is a true soul, let the Absolute save him.
Shut your shitholes, both of you! You owe my crew a 10 days' worth of coin near. and it's time you shell out.
Direct your blade at the heretic, Dwergar. You shall have your coin.
You're damn right I'll have it. Me and that one, we got a deal. We beat your ass and dig the Jews out from your carcass.
You bargained with this wretch. How vexing. Near is not without mercy, true soul. The rat has given you a chance to earn my favor. Strike him down. Prove your faith. Heretics, let Near be your end. You're in my thrall.
Kindilrin's shithouse. You see it? Cockstench had a wriggler in his skull. All the more reason to clear out. Here's your cut. Extra too, like I promised. Clan, grab your gear, wipe your asses. Time I scrammed before more pricks from Moonrise Towers move in. Clan property. They come with us. Won't hear me argue. Your mouth's got the might to back it. Known pricks! You're off the hook! Scram before I get my senses!
Don't drop. He did this to you.
You're covered in dust. Wait. Is that a bruise there? Stop fussing. It's nothing like that. I'm your husband. It's my job. I wouldn't have it any other way.
No. No.
Baldur, are you alright?
Monk. Better now.
God. We're near. We're near.
Shh. Put it out of your mind. I'm here now.
Well, you did it. I shouldn't be surprised, considering our history. And yet... free. Yes. I don't know if you've heard, but some of the Iron Hand gnomes, my friend Wulbren among them, have been taken prisoner in Moonrise Towers. And so, to Moonrise Towers I go. Their fight has little to do with freedom and everything to do with power. I told Wulbren not to go near them. But did he listen? He did not. Certainly not. In case you haven't been paying attention, my friend has been taken captive. He needs me. Ha! I was unlucky twice. The odds of it happening again are very slim. Then again, a small rest might be prudent. Give me time to think. Fine. Show me where to go, and I'll try my luck. I'll have a better chance of rescuing Wulbren if I'm at my best. And, thank you.
No. Beldron! I was so worried! Did Near hurt you?
No, I'm all right. Did the sergeant hurt you?
Oh, who cares? We're together now, thank Iron Hand.
We ought to thank someone a little closer by, I think. Gaedel Iron Hand you may not be, but you damn well fight like him. I'm grateful, don't mistake me, but why help us? You're one of them, aren't you? Glittering gods! I should have known that one was too damn stubborn to die. Here. The Iron Hand gnomes honor their debts. With Wulbren gone, that falls to me. I, the cult kept us for slave hands, but Wulbren was our leader. He knows things. Things the cult would like to know too, it seems. You'll call me mad, but fine. Wulbren's found the formula for rune powder. Aye, the explosive of Gaerdel Ironhand's own creation. Fistfuls, wiping out armies. All those old stories. Only Wulbren couldn't leave the stories be, so he went and bloody found it. A small supply, tucked away down here with a manuscript. He just made sense of the formula when the cult jumped us, so he burned the damn thing. If there's a single copy left, it's sitting in his head. Those absolutists pull it out and make rune powder, they could flatten the whole of the Sword Coast. I wouldn't trust them with a bloody butter knife. But it's a fight for another day. My people can barely stand, and we have business back in the city. That business is what sent us after the powder to begin with. Now, we'll have to make other arrangements. He'd admire your resolve and your optimism. My people will find somewhere to regroup across the lake, then onto the city. If you find yourself in Baldurs Gate, seek us out. We'll raise a glass to Wulbren together. By the gods.
Peldron, are you all right?
Lunkbug.
Soldier. Aces. Hey, soldier. Sounds boring. Oh, fuck.
I thank you for the invitation to your camp. It's Well appointed, not too crowded, perfect for thinking. And I've been doing just that. It's about Wulbrin. We know he's been taken to Moonrise Towers, and we know I'm going to save him. The problem is this: a preponderance of evidence that I am a terrible adventurer. I'm not sure I should trust Wulbrin's fate to, well, me. You've done so much already. I'm hesitant to prevail upon you again, but I can't risk recapture. I barely escaped last time. You'd do it then. You'd look for him. That's very decent of you. Thank you. There's something else you should know. Something I can no longer ignore. I know you've learned about the gnome's pursuit of rune powder, but do you know what it truly is? Until very recently, I thought rune powder was a myth. A substance so powerful it could fell a city. A nation. The Iron Hand gnomes have proven the impossible. Rune powder is real, and they have it in their possession. Destruction. The only thing it's good for. But destruction of what? Well, I'm hoping Wulbrin will be able to tell us. I shouldn't have let him drift away. Shouldn't have let that lot get their claws into him. Now more than ever, I need to find him. We need to find him. He's the only one I might be able to speak to sensibly. Find Wulbrin, and you can have anything it is within my power to give. I know just the thing. You find Wulbrin, and I'll gather the necessary implements. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. I haven't been there myself. The area around it is, well, cursed. Terrifyingly so. I did hear something interesting, though. There are shades that plague the path to the towers. Shades that fear not steel, but light. Dwergar who mentioned it sounded truly traumatized. It was almost amusing. Like what? I suppose I'd be very, very sad. Then, after a while, I'd find whoever killed him and put a smoke powder bomb in their trousers. Alchemist, tinkerer, adventurer, curmudgeon. I wear many hats, most with great enthusiasm. Thank you for noticing. Barkus Root is my name. Baldurs Gate is my home. Back in the city, I offered my expertise to the highest bidder. I was quite popular, too. I'm not picky about my customers.
The decaying corpse lies before you. The head breaks off cleanly from the drow's body. object catches your eye. A lantern, it seems. Though no light flickers within, a thick layer of dust coats the bottom of the lantern. You see no burner or wick. It was not fuel that lit this lamp, but magic. This is pixie dust, used to illuminate a lamp, or left behind after a pixie's death.
A steel mold. Used in forges to cast armor and weapons. The lava's erupting. Better watch my step.
Inveniam via!
Why the hell's a lava elemental? No wonder the lake's so volatile. Better than nothing.
No need for me to ask how you fared. Some of my kin have already made it here, safe and sound.
It's past time we were back in the city. But if you find yourself there, call on us. The Iron Hand Gnomes are good friends to have. I heard about Wulbren. But the cause is bigger than any one of us. You've made sure his work is done, even if he's not there to see it. He'd be grateful.
Peacebringer, be at home. The Drow sought to shatter our circle. Now his flesh may feed its growth. In dealing death, you have brought this circle life, and thus we name you Life Chanter. As our circle grows, so shall your song. Wherever you go, only listen, and you may hear it.
us, even Wolverine. Somehow you look worse than last I saw you.
Thanks, boss.
Welcome back. Have you made any new discoveries? I do enjoy a good bargain, if anything in my private collection is to your liking. Very well. I have mushrooms to catalog. Welcome back. Have you made any new discoveries? Let me see if it will answer my summons a second time.
Ah, I greet you, son-child. May your travels be safe and swift.
How is your more personal research progressing?
Did the trick all right. And down it goes.
have to speak slowly. I'm finding it quite diff...
I question the wisdom of that. I'll be in the...
Huh. So, that's what people mean when they talk about butterflies in the...
If you're sure.
As you like.